Well, let's switch over the scene and let them all see.
Hmm.
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 For the first time, Petro's not banned. So what do my eyes foresee? Petro, Petro, Petro everywhere. All right.
Petropocalypse.
The Petropocalypse. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages, welcome to the North American Grand Finals of King of the Sea 17. Let's take a look at our team lineups. Resin here in the green, spawning on the top end of Sleeping Giant. We've got a quick look at Mad Dog's Daring, Eagle Lance full torpedo build Shimakaze, Price in a smoke blaze it all Harugamo, Elgar's Venezia, range and outnumbered. Vifire, the first of many Petropavlovs. We're looking at IFHE and concealment and range. Same build on Force to Watch. Same build on Hungria. Backing them up, K-Bombs Montana, much survivability. Peyton's Kremlin, much survivability. Talk to me about the red team in ELSR, Zaf.
Worth noting, all 3 Petros for Resin choosing not to take unique upgrade. Interesting.
Yep.
They want that extra consumable.
You're the one who told me we had to be quick on this map.
I'm being quick, don't worry. We got Quincy and Adelny heading towards ACAP, heading up ELSR's Petropocalypse himself, so that we've got Tenchi in a reload Petro, Rin in a reload Petro. Behind them is Apex Captain Caesar in a standard American build Montana, survivability Triarch, heading towards the B-Cap with Jersey Mike as captain, boosted Adrenaline Rush in the Ragnar, Nanase in Venezia with unique upgrade, and Perseus in Vergon with Honor Ray and all the good stuff. Or sorry, yes. And then we've got Professor Luger once again in Shimakaze this time. He's just running through all the destroyers today.
I know.
Raptor.
He's eventually going to play them all.
Yep. And then in front of him is Ayasa Isa's Havrask. The one ship I'm surprised we haven't seen yet today is the Vampire Deuce.
Yeah, I think with ELSR, in my opinion, Vampire Deuce is almost contrary to how they play the game, right?
Yep.
They are very, very, very keen and big into mobile destroyers, highly mobile ships, and Vampire Deuce is like a tick, right? It just digs in, and getting rid of it is a pain.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of pain, Tenchi just got chunked hard from K-Bombs Montana.
Yeah, look at Hanawi. Hinanawi? Hinanawi. I'm gonna go with you. We'll call him Tenchi. We're gonna call him Tenchi. That works.
Tenchi's easier.
Tenchi is easier. Both teams working on a cap. Double destroyers down here picking up D. And then the top Shimakaze, that's Eagle Lance grabbing C. The Daring. Mad Dog made a play for B. Got driven off by Rin's radar. I'm sure he'll be back momentarily. Although Triarch's there with his radar as well.
That's right.
Rin got dunked a little bit there too. About 10K coming in from K-Bomb.
Well, that's the problem with... I personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of Petros. I think you're better off with Moskvas, but they took Petros.
Moskva's on the ban list, so there you go.
Well, that's right.
Mad Dog riding the line here, right at 7.6 kilometers from Triarch's Ragnar. Now actually inside that radar bubble if Triarch wants to go for it. Let's see what happens.
He's probably waiting to see if Mad Dog touches.
As soon as Mad Dog... Yep, Triarch. Oh, Vifire moving up, picking up Triarch on the surface, so he doesn't even need to use the radar here. Ragnar lacking the torpedoes can't prevent this. There's the radar that coming in on Mad Dog anyway.
That's the big thing about Daring is it prevents that that kind of aggressive maneuver.
Good salvos from Vifire going in on Triarch there.
Oh, that only goes down over the other side. Quincy.
Oh, that's a surprise.
I'm not with how many ships are over there. He flew way too close to the sun.
Yeah, he's kind of in a 4-on-1 over here, isn't he? Rough. Okay. Well, Resin looking solid, like they're going to be able to grab A here in a minute. At the moment, both teams still only ticking up the 1 cap. A slight lead for Resin because of the early kill. I also have to believe Mad Dog's finally going to get back into B here. Looks like that's going to happen in a few seconds. That should draw another Petro radar out from Rin when the time comes. Oh, no. Rin has reversed too far. At the moment, that radar doesn't quite reach.
Well, the problem is that where he wants to be to have the radar is that nice little flat area of land that Peyton the
Yep.
Rockrider can absolutely shoot right through. And Hungria too, frankly.
Mad Dog reversed back, got right on the edge of the cap, and then bailed out again. Luger's Shimakaze boldly grabbing the C cap over here, Zaf. Check it out.
Love it.
I love
Once again,
everything
that's
I'm
that
seeing
south
here.
play.
Yep. ELSR pushing hard at the 8-9 line, going to grab the C cap. I feel like Mad Dog is being just a little too timid, although they've obviously given him instructions to not over commit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A finally going to flip over. That's going to allow Resin to start ticking up a few points, but the lead is shrinking on the back of the ELSR's cap advantage.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they're maybe being a little bit sluggish to get involved now that the Delny's down. Here's a shot on Rin. Oh, that could have been really bad. So
right through the saddle. Yeah.
yeah. So on the mini map, it looks like this is cover, and this screws people over so much because they think they're undercover, but they aren't because, well, there's like a golf course there or something. So, you know.
I think I'm beginning to see. Okay. Yep. And then Mad Dog put single fire torpedoes down there as well.
Yep.
Okay. I think I see the strategy now. Mad Dog just playing smart, trying to get back in. They have the Petro Hydro is up. These are well spotted. He can see them coming. Can he even do anything about it? He's trying.
That's all he can do is move forward.
And he's going to take. He's only going to take. He's going to take none of them. Wow. None. Nicely done.
Seamanship.
There comes the Petro radar, right as Mad Dog is broadside. That's going to lead to some pain here. Is Triarch going to join in as well and risk the Petro reprisal from Vifire? He's not.
Oh, more shots coming in now. This is from Ayase's Havrask. Look at that.
Rin finally taking some punishment. Finally getting hammered by the Kremlin by Peyton on the one line. Petro radar going up. That's Tenshi.
Look how far up HMS Perseus is in the Burgon. He's all the way up to just up by C cap.
Yeah, I know. Now Triarch pitching in. They know they can get Mad Dog off the board on this radar. Desperately trying for it. They're going to get it, and there he goes. There he goes. 2 Petro radars, enough. And just like that, they claw back their ship and continue to build their lead, 130 points and growing.
Yeah. Look at Captain Caesar sitting on the edge of the map saying, "I dare you, Hungria, to try to leave."
Well, yeah. I'm not sure. He might be able to do it, but it would be a challenge, to put it lightly.
Yep. Meanwhile, you can see that Tenchi has reversed with his Petro just to be safe.
Yep.
But now they're feeling less concerned about, I would assume, Price's Harugumo. So he's moving back into his original position. Rin, once again, in a low spot. Just tight enough to where Peyton can't get his shells over, but he's still tempting Peyton to try. Is Force to Watch going to come out? No.
No. Going to beach himself there and keep Rin locked up on Hydro so that the team can try to finish him off.
A-bomb with a nice salvo there.
Bryce's Harugumo is going to draw a radar out here in just a second. There it is. So they can clearly see Fryce in the smoke. Between K-Bomb and Fryce, they're trying to push Rin out. Torpedoes are coming in. Hydro is offline. Rin can't see these. Well, he can see him now.
I don't think he'll take the second either. Fryce getting smacked.
Yeah, Fryce getting absolutely hammered in there. Rin is actually going to manage to thread his way through the torps without going anywhere.
Just lazily dodge them all.
Just by lazily going nowhere. Now Fryce is actually just hard lit on the surface, firing out in the open.
That seems like
another
a big
radar.
mistake.
My apology. Yeah, no, that wasn't a radar. Yeah.
No, that wasn't. They just went out and shot.
He came out of the smoke and got spotted by firing. He's out. They bag Rin. It's nearly a 200-point lead for ELSR. We're getting close to the halfway mark of the game. Nobody has ever owned the B cap here on Sleeping Giant.
Mm-hmm.
Eagle Lance playing very dangerous games down here this close to Luger. Goodness gracious, look at that.
Yep. Doing that all game, those two.
That's fun to watch.
Game. I keep looking back at the mini-map, waiting for one of them to just oof.
Now, the center of the board completely open here. Vifire and Forced to Watch going to push through. They're going to grab B. And then it's going to be curious to see what they do next, because they're going to have open shots at the flank of a lot of these ELSR guys on the 8-9 line. And they've got time.
Well, they've got 3 minutes and 47 seconds because there's still 2 caps being taken. So, you know, they got to do something. But Perseus is being rotated in the Burgon, so I think that that'll slow them down a bit.
I mean, I'm not convinced, Zath. I mean, Burgonia is soft, right? You play that right, and it won't matter. They are going to pick up this cap. The radar is going to come out from, who was that? From Tenchi. Too late to stop the cap.
Remember that moment I said I was waiting for? It might be coming.
Which moment?
Luger Shimakaze up to the north. Elgar Luckchuck to Torpedo. Just happens to stop at the right moment. That is what we call a brown alert, ladies and gentlemen.
Perseus now turning south. It's a question of whether or not he moves into this channel or not. Forced to Watch heading that direction. Vifire heading north.
Hayden's been whittled down pretty hard. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Vifire has the potential to be very impactful with his radar if they can spot Luger at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to see a fascinating clash between Burgonia and Petro right here, Zath.
Well, I'm watching Montana Petro as Hungary just gets... it could have been worse.
So now let's see what happens. How does RESIN going to play this engagement? Are they going to accept the ram and take the trade? I don't think you want to.
You don't want to do that at all. What? Perseus shooting somebody else. He's going for the hero play.
Well, that's what they're doing. RESIN, Forced to Watch, was told, just take the ram. And that's what he does.
Okay, I mean, I guess it takes a big battleship off the board.
I like it, Zath, because that's the last piece that really can influence these 2 caps. Think about it for a minute, right? The Venezia is not in a position to influence C and D, whereas now Vifire's Petro and Eagle Lance's Shim will be able to grab C.
Yep. Well, while that's going on, though, take a look at A.
I was just coming back to look at A to see how this was going, and it's kind of not going well for RESIN, is it?
No.
Captain Caesar kind of winning this duel somehow against the Kremlin.
Caesar's been taking opportunity shots at Hungary's Petro, unfortunately not being able to connect with them, so now he's being forced to kind of, you know, divide back and forth. But you can see Hungary trying to find a way to get a nice citadel, or at least broadside shot in his Captain Caesar. So Caesar keeps going back and forth from one ship to the next.
This can still go ahead.
And in the background, there's Tenchi trying to just help out his team.
This can still unravel on ELSR, because if Vifire runs south to D, I'm not sure they can stop him. Oh, goodness, Caesar got dunked.
Well, he took a citadel there and the front turret from Peyton, but he also responded in kind. Peyton with the heal going, and Caesar gets a heal in 2 seconds, so they're both going to be healthier for this next salvo. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. But we're going to see the Petro step. Vifire is going to step on the B, or D cap. There's no way that they can really stop that.
I thought Ayase was going to make a run to B, but he declined.
Long-range shots on Captain Caesar.
K-bomb from the middle of the map, making a play. And look at the stern turrets on Caesar going back out the other way.
Yep.
Still technically anybody's game, despite a 160-point deficit. For RESIN, they've pushed very hard. They're almost back into this game. Zath, check out Luger and Vifire in the decap.
See it.
I don't think they know Luger is there.
They do now.
They do now. I don't know. Is it gonna matter? I don't think it's gonna matter. Caesar loses his duel on the 1 line. Vifire is very, very dead. He's going to beat the bejesus out of Luger on the way. And they're going to, if they get Luger here, like, that's massive.
That's a fire.
But I don't think they are.
That's a fire.
Is it a
20 seconds,
is it a
sticky
sticky
fire. It's a sticky fire. He's dead.
That's a big, big problem. Although even if he'd lived, I don't think it would have mattered, Zaf. That just speeds things up. 60 seconds now from a resin win here in game 1. Ragnar Treyarch still has radar if he wants to try to hunt down Eagle Lance. Here it comes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not really going to matter anyway.
No, I don't think
So
so.
healthy.
Eagles, that's some of the first damage he's taken all game. He's been playing such a tight game, not getting spotted.
Yeah.
Tenshi now making a play here at A, just has to try to drive in to buy them any amount of time they can get. It's not going to matter. He's going to get penned in the bow and go out.
Yeah, I was going to say, when he dies, that definitely won't help. 9 HP for him.
Yep.
No heals left, and goodbye.
Yep. And there it is. Resin's going to win game 1, Zaf, and go up 2-0. Wow. Looking
This is
really
a best
good
of 5,
here.
so they only need to win one more game.
Best of 4. You're right. Best of 5. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Wording. Semantics.
Words, salad,
Wow.
things, food.
Really, really well played game from Resin, Zaf. I thought when they lost Mad Dog, they were in trouble, but they hung tight. They pushed, forced through the middle of the board, like through Thunderdome, where he picked up Vifire. They were able to make an impact there, punch out Rin, and then move through the middle of the map, and that was the difference in this game.
Right. I gotta say, I think one of the mistakes, and I gotta fix. I don't know if you did it, but I'm putting Resin with a victory on Warriors Pass so that the 2 number
Yes.
works.
Yeah, I did that already. I
didn't think about it earlier.
That's okay.
So, I think one of the big mistakes there for ELSR was moving the Burgon all the way south there. It just gave so much more flexibility for Resin to just put their pieces where they wanted to.
I agree.
And then, of course, they were able to use the Petropavlovsk's final torpedo to take him down.
Yeah. No,
then
go ahead.
over at the ACAP, I think the big problem at the ACAP was they kept splitting fire back and forth. Whenever they saw the Petro backing up and showing side, they took the shot on the Petro, and then they went back to the Kremlin. And you really shouldn't do that. You should take down one ship if you can, assuming I don't know what I think the Petro had a gun arc on it. It's hard to tell because it's a very low trajectory, arc. But, work together to take down one target first, then take down the next. Don't keep going back and forth.
I think one thing we didn't talk about, but I kept noticing on the mini map, there was so much else going on. Did you notice that Ayase's Habitaroffs backed way south and then just kind of ran around at the bottom of the map for a while and didn't really do much? It felt like maybe they were kind of not sure what to do with that ship after a spell. I don't know. It felt that way to me.
The Haba was set for long range fire, and it was doing that at several times over the course of the game. But the problem is that I think they were trying to figure out where's Resin going to push. They weren't pushing over on the 910 line. They just kept on kiting away.
Yeah.
And they didn't think that they would be pushing over on that side. Luger with the Shimakaze was doing a nice job of slowing anything down over there and spotting over there, at least via radio location, if not visibly spotting things. So it feels to me very much like they were going to try to maybe rotate the Kaba someplace else to have more of an impact. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were saying, okay, you go to A now. Like, it's going to take you a while, but make your way to A.
Yeah.
That's the logical place to put it because there's no destroyer over there, right? And then maybe you can work through, or maybe it was to go to B in the middle, prevent any sort of Resin push. But the problem was, as you know, with battle, things keep causing changes to your overall strategy, and then they probably kept calling it back. No, we need your fire over here. We need your guns over here, right? Because, oh, nope, now they pushed over here. Okay, now we have to do something about it.
Right.
So, it happens.
Yeah. That's my point, is I think it feels like he maybe kind of got yanked around on the yo-yo a little bit, and then they kind of played his ship down for a spell there towards the end because he was just out of action and not really able to contribute.
Right.
Well, it looks like we're about to go right back into game 2. These guys are more or less all set.
Yep. This could be it if Resin wins.
Could be, But this is a map that we have seen ELSR do amazing things on, both internationally and in this tournament. So we'll see how they attack it today.
I love chat right now. Looking back 5 minutes says, still not sure who's going to win, and that's a good thing. I would agree.
That's the mark of a good game. That's the mark of a good game. Still don't know who's going to pull it off.
Yep.
Holy Jesus.
Bless you.
No, you've got to see these lineups.
Yep,
You've got to see these lineups.
I just flipped on in, so we have...
Oh, Lord, Zach. we need our hats again. We need our hats again because ELSR serves the Soviet Union. Except for the traitor Schlieffen. Except for the traitor Schlieffen, they serve the Soviet Union. All right, Zach, talk to me about this ridiculous lineup. Let's go.
All right, ELSR bringing Petropavlovsk Quincy with Reload, Professor Luger Grozovoy with, whatever. Triarch with Petra with Reload, Seisa with Stalingrad with Reload, Tenshi with Petra with Unique Upgrade this time, Rin with Petra with Unique Upgrade, Nanase with Petra with Regular, and then we've got Perseus in the Kremlin. And then we've got Caesar basically saying, "Hey, can I join you guys?"
Yeah, can I apply for asylum? I think Apex is asking for asylum in the Soviet Union. That's what I'm seeing here.
You know what?
On this.
He's the East German.
Yes, that's it. He's East German. Yes, I'll take it. I'll allow it. All right.
What do we got to the south?
In red, Resin looking to close things out. Wanting to try to go for the sweep here. We got Eagle Lance's Shimakaze, full torpedo reload build. Backed up at the moment, forced to watch, headed towards mids with his Petro. Gonna set up on this island south of B. Headed to the east, Mad Dog's Daring was kind of knocked out of last game pretty early, but definitely made his contribution. Off to his starboard side, Elgar's Henri Quatre. Yeah, fairly typical build there, going reload. Vifire, very similar build, adding top grade gunner to his. They are speed boosting all the way to the 10 line. Backing them up, Fava's Petropavlovsk, IFHE. Peyton's got a Schlieffen of his own headed in that direction. So we're going to see a little East German on East German action. We're looking at one Petro going to the west side. That's Hungria, again with the IFHE. And Zav, for the first time in this tournament that I can think of, we're seeing a brick. Brick is Brick here as K-Bomb grabs a Vermont and is going to hang out mid. Brick doesn't go anywhere fast, but Brick hits like a train when Brick fires.
Can we take a moment and just talk about a Petropavlovsk taking IFHE? Huh?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't truly know the thought process there. I'd have to run the numbers to figure out exactly what it is you're hoping to pen that you don't already pen. I don't know those numbers off the top of my head without it's one of those moments where you need like a research assistant, right? Like, hey, look that up for me. But I don't have that.
These are what, 203s on the Petro, or are they 220s?
I believe they're the 220s.
220 divided by 6 equals 36. Okay, times 1.25, 45.8, 46 millimeter.
Not sure. About to have a little, yep, there's Grozovoy. Luger getting spotted. Eagle Lance bouncing off of his detection bubble as some shots from the Petro or the Vermont come in. I don't know which precisely over a day. This is going to play much slower than the last Land of Fire game we watched ELSR in because, well, there are no French destroyers.
And here you
Eagle
see
Lance. Go ahead.
the Wall of Stalin set up, and so we have basically one ship per grid square roughly, Kremlin in the middle to just rotate as necessary, Schlieffen on the side. That's going to be the push side, probably the buzzsaw, and that lone Grozovoy to at least give them some time by doing some cap contesting and whatnot. The way the Wall of Stalin works is the enemy team usually rushes forward, gets all the caps because they got the speed, and then the Wall of Stalin has the hit points by a lot. But Rin has a fewer hit points now because Brick.
Yeah.
But K-Bomb.
So what I've kind kind of sketched on the screen here is the sort of thing that gets. Oh, good lord, what happened to K-bomb?
Kremlin.
Yeah. Kind of how that typically goes, right? You've got a nice wall of 60,000 hit point cruisers, and everybody just turns south and presses W at the same time. And with big 12-kilometer radars sweeping out in front of you, you basically just murder anything that you can see.
And Hydro to detect torps. Yep.
Yep, most everything.
You deny people the flexibility of changing to a different flank. You deny them the flexibility of getting a side shot angle on somebody.
Now, you and I have watched some classic games of King of the Sea where teams have attempted the wall of the Russian wall of steel, the Iron Curtain, and come up empty, right? We watched many moons ago. We watched Cuter attempt to do this to 07. 07 started like 160,000 hit points behind in that game, and 07 won.
Take a look at the hit point differential. 70,000 hit points. A whole nother ship.
Yeah, literally a whole other ship. Now, the number of Petros on their own team is what's helping out there.
Yes. For you all to understand the way this works to fight it, you need to kill something that's usually on the side as a way to kind of find a way back in, and then you exploit that loss and you roll up the flank. The Wall of Stalin is only strong as long as everybody is together, very much like a phalanx formation, if you will, in Tukuri.
Yep, but if you put a hole in the dike, then water and your friendly ships can flow through it very quickly.
Yep. Well, Perseus now being farmed out. Mad Dog taking some hits.
Yeah, Mad Dog took a little ship damage in there before the smoke went up. He'll burn a heal here and see what he can get out of it.
What I want to know is what's gonna happen with Caesar, because look at where he is. He hasn't moved. He's sitting behind the island, almost like, I don't know, trying to play trapdoor or something.
He's just chilling there, and now both of these Henris realizing how close that Schlieffen really is, a Schlieffen they can't see, but they know is there.
Because the Hydro.
Yep. Percy's going to take one of these torpedoes up near the bow. And stick with the flood for a spell. So, ELSR grabs A, grabs C, starts ticking. 60-point lead and growing. 7 minutes gone here in game 2.
Captain Caesar already DCPing something.
Not sure quite how he was spotted.
Well, Peyton, I think, just going behind this island. Saw him that way, and then either HE or secondaries caused fires. Seems kind of odd either way.
Grozoboy smoke from Luger coming through and giving Perseus a break after he puts that flood out, or he let the flood tick all the way, one or the other.
He's got a heal available if he's not using it. I'm curious as to why he hasn't used it. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I've made that mistake. Heal's on cooldown. I guess he let the flood go, and then he's waiting for the heal to come back.
Captain Caesar continuing to back up now, but
Yep, Caesar now in a 3-on-1. I have to see how this works for him. 2 Henris and a Schlieffen out here trying to take him out. Peyton's got his Hydro up. He sees these torpedoes coming. Caesar's Hydro is down. He doesn't know these torpedoes are coming. He's going to take at least one of them. Yep.
And his DCP is down.
I do believe this is going to be a dead Schlieffen, Zath.
Yes. It will. Once that happens, we will start to see the domino effect happen of a team getting on the flank of the Wall of Stalin.
And so now Peyton, if you're Peyton, do you go behind a Triarch or do you drive right in front of him and just torpedo him in the nuts?
Yes.
Okay. I think you've got a couple of different ways to play that. Peyton is lit on Hydro for now.
The thing is, if he goes behind Triarch just hits W and moves forward. You need to move in front of him and force him back so that the Henris can kill him from behind.
Yep. So now Tenchi comes in for a fight, for a scrap.
And technically, he doesn't have to do anything right now. He can just sit here and secondary it.
Yep. He's already got torpedoes in the water. Those are spotted, of course, because of the Hydro. Does stop some of ELSR's points gains, although now the Grozavoy finally grabbing B. There's the radar. Sorry, there's a radar from Feva to try and get some shells
Okay.
downrange on Luger. They're going to be able to do it.
Rin takes down
Ooh.
Hungrius Petro on the other side of the flank. Eagle Lance is very low on the Shima.
There was Hungria. Oh, they came in behind him. They literally just
Came in
wrapped
behind him.
Ouch.
And Peyton ends up trading. That's a little painful, but
Yeah,
okay.
that's not great, but if the Henris can clean up Tenshi, it won't feel quite so bad. They'll have an opportunity here to do so.
Nice hit.
Good
And
AP
Eldar.
salvo. Tenshi's the one with the AP, with the unique upgrade, so
Yep.
he wants to be
10%
firing
better.
AP anyway. Yep.
That one not so
Tenshi
good.
is going to go out, and that's going to allow Resin to pick up C. And so what began as a north-south fight will quickly become an east-west engagement.
Yep. And Eagle Lance is going to keep Luckchuck and Torps towards the blob and staying right outside the radar range. If you take a look at the circle, you can see just how
He's
far.
right on the edge of it.
Yep.
Wow, it's almost like they're tied together. When they speed up, he speeds up.
Yep. Yep.
This is the kind of destroyer play that you can't teach to somebody, Zath. It's the sort of stuff that comes after years of experience.
100%. Force to Watch is going to be the next target because, well, people are going to wrap behind him and bad things will happen.
Yeah, the torpedoes coming in on him are both going to miss down his starboard side. Big Vermont salvo goes in on Quincy and comes up mostly empty.
Perseus is once again being farmed. I'm surprised Luger's not coming to try to help him out, but Perseus is probably saying, I'm going to be behind the island, go kill Mad Dog or something. So we'll see.
9 minutes to play and less than a 20-point lead for ELSR. Both teams almost dead even on health and points here in Game 3.
Rin is about to
Game
be
2.
reminded he has Hydro available, but he only has one charge left because of the unique upgrade. He loses one of each consumable.
Doesn't feel like K-Bomb's brick has been very impactful in this game, Zath. Am I wrong?
Nope, you're absolutely correct. Ayase broadside now to the Petro. Problematic.
Luger and Mad Dog bump into each other here near the B cap.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen soon. It needed to happen.
Mad Dog is out of heals. He does burn a smoke to break contact.
Watch what Quincy does here. Force to Watch is trying to look at both sides. He's looking the wrong way. This is Quincy's opportunity to come forward real quick and get him on the other side. I'm surprised he's not doing that. I think they might send Rin in first.
They made back Quincy, they do. K-Bomb finally gets a good salvo through the Petro deck armor and punches out a big kill. That's a lead change as Resin moves out to a one-ship lead. Two-ship lead, excuse me.
That's Ayase going down. Mad Dog does go down.
Yep, they lose Mad Dog in the middle of the board.
Nanase, though, is in trouble. They got to make this move now. Like, they've been waiting way too long to get Forced to Watch out.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. A little surprised it's taken them this long. I mean, Forced's armor is really holding up to this bow-on AP stuff they keep throwing at him. He's not even looking at Rin. He's not even looking.
No.
He's trying to get Nanase. They're going to get him here. Now he's got to turn his rudder. Two of his turrets are offline. Doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. Okay. So again, cruiser for cruiser hold things steady at a 17-point lead for ELSR. 6.5 minutes to play.
The big thing is what's going to happen with Perseus's Kremlin. He's behind the island. He's not able to do much. Quincy is stuck reversing. I think he's trying to point towards those two.
I don't know. They can't even see Quincy right now.
Well,
in fact,
he's
Rin
just
is
shot,
like
so
the
they can.
only. Okay, now they can. They couldn't see him for a moment for sure.
Look at these torpedoes on Vifire's Henri.
Oh, he doesn't know these are coming. That's a good looking salvo. It's gonna take at least two. No, just one. Wow.
Just the one. Lucky
the last
for him.
one goes underneath the screws. Elgar stopping is going to leave Perseus in a position to punch Vifire out in a moment. This is going to happen. They've got him on Hydro. They can see this coming. They know how Vifire's maneuvering. Elgar's trying to make this turn, but he's not going to get there nearly in time to contribute to this engagement that's about to occur. Vifire takes a Citadel and gets punched in the nuts.
Wow.
Man. That is a mistake in my mind. You needed to keep those Henris together.
Well, Rin goes down now.
Vermont speaks again, and the game holds at 17 points.
Okay, so you have Luger in a very tenuous position right in front of Fiva G.
Yeah.
Detected now.
Yep, they caught him on the surface. Didn't even need a radar, just got a glimpse.
Yep.
And his Hydro's running. He can see the torpedoes.
Fiva also has or is that what we saw before? I don't know. Anyway, IFAG.
Luger is making a very, very, very bold play here because...
I like it.
Oh!
Now it's no longer a bold play.
Oh my goodness gracious. Perseus has been lurking back here all game, waiting for his chance to punish these Henris, and there it goes. 2 salvos, and his entire game is redeemed.
Come on, do something. Okay.
Wow. Just wow.
And Fiva gets clobbered by Quincy.
Fiva just gets dunked by Quincy. Goodness gracious. It's the 60-second timer now for ELSR. All they have to do is not die, and they're going to win. I liked where Fava was going. It looked like he was going to move up the inside of this island track along the 7 line to take his radar back here and defend the C and the decap from Luger. And I loved that play.
Yes.
And I thought they're going to have to deal with the Henri in the backfield and yada. Oh, Fava takes a Citadel right there. And I remember thinking, oh, this is going to work out great. And then, now it hasn't worked out at all. And wow.
We just saw the Wall of Stalin 2024 edition. And it still worked, Raptor.
Yes,
it still worked.
Look, just because a strategy is old does not mean it's invalid.
That is true. That's true. All right, well, let's get back to the best of 5 screen.
Indeed. Let me hook things up, make a quick change here, and there we go. All right, 2-1. We are not quite done with this series yet. Chat says, Schlieffen sunk, crew go to Gulag. I like it.
I served the Soviet Union.
Indeed. They definitely served the Soviet Union well. That was a very back and forth game. Punch for punch, ship for ship, until finally somebody wasn't able to keep standing.
I haven't worn this hat in years.
It's a good hat. I still have mine downstairs somewhere, I think. I still have mine downstairs. I should keep it in here.
Yeah, why not?
I should keep it in here. I don't know why I don't keep it here.
It's good to see.
Go.
Good to see ELSR take a win. If anything, now they can at least say, it wasn't a sweep.
Yeah, they took a game off these guys earlier in the best of top 8, right? Like this, it was not a roll over and die kind of game then either. So, I mean, if I'm Resin, I'm also excited by the fact that earlier when I squared off against these guys, the 2 wins you had were forfeits. You come into game 1 here today and you show, look, we can beat you, right? We didn't need the forfeits. We got them, but we didn't need them. We could have beat you, and so. Both teams making a statement here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I love this style. So, for those of you who haven't seen a lot of competitive, a lot of teams when it gets to the end, when they've got not much left in the tank in terms of strategies and stuff, because everything's been seen and done.
More Russian
That's when
cruiser.
they say, "Let's do something stupid," or "Let's do something just wild they won't expect." That was what we saw just now. You okay over there?
I'm fine. I'm catching up on something with one of my mods real quick. Okay, there's that. And then I need to come back over here. No, not that one.
Raptor.
Yeah,
Wow.
that one. There we go. I gotta wait for the game to catch up so I can manually push an ad roll so I don't have that happen. What's the question?
No, I was just gonna say I was just looking at session time. 10 hours, 20 minutes.
You've been doing this a long time, my friend.
Yet. Not done
We're
yet.
not done yet. We're close. We like the end of the tunnel is clearly visible. Like it's right there. We just aren't there yet.
Wait, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
No, I put the wrong thing on my helper. There we go. There. Move over there, anime girl. I had her on north.
What are you talking about?
I'm on my best of 5 screen, and I accidentally gave another win for Resin and then north, so I fixed it. Hey, look, we got a game.
Hey, look, we got a game. How did these two teams are just like, we've been waiting all day. Can we please get this over with?
I called it, didn't I? I said it will be quick between these games.
Yeah. Both these teams have a pretty good idea of what they're up to, and I don't think it's going to take too long for them to settle this one way or another. Hey, we're back on North with World of Petros. Who could have predicted it?
Hey, if it worked before, let's try it again. Surely it'll work again.
Indeed. All of this has happened before, and all of this will happen again, Zath. Here we go. Let's take a look at Resin's lineup this game. We're in game 3 now of this best of 4, technically best of 5 with a free win.
Yep.
All right. Resin fielding double destroyer. We've got Eagle Lance's torpedo build Shimakaze, which we've seen previously in the match, and Mad Dog's Daring. Same. Been looking at that. I've got a 4 Petro lineup, so let's start with the Venezia. That's Elgar, range and outnumbered. Let's have a look at the Petros. Hungria, range and IFHE. Vifire, range and IFAG. Fava, range and IFAG. Frice, range and RPF. So one of these things, Zath, is not like the other.
Not like the other.
K-Bomb choosing a different American brick, going for Montana this time. Peyton swapping to a Conqueror. I wish him better luck than we saw poor Red have with this ship earlier.
Right?
But a pretty typical, both those battleships feeling fairly typical survivability builds. Zath, what's the ELSR doing down in the red?
I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for saying there's 4 Petros. Let's start with a ship in the middle.
Yes, you're welcome. I love messing you up. It was good.
All right, moving on to the south, as you said, Wall of Stalin. Although this time Luger is back in the Shimakaze. Thinking maybe he wanted a little bit more flexibility. Speaking of flexibility, the Italian Navy has joined the Wall of Stalin with Quincy and Ayase in unique upgrade Venezias. I wonder if we might see a smoke train going here between the two of them. Choo-choo. And Nase in front of them with the Petropavlovsk. And there's 2 more Petropavlovsks, so let's take a look at Perseus's build in the Kremlin. Your typical survivability setup. Rin in Petro heading towards the sea cap. Whatever with reload. Tenchi with unique upgrade. Again, for Tenchi's Petro. Triarch in the Delny. Didn't work out so well last time, if I remember. No, that was Quincy in the Delny. So Triarch maybe is saying, let me show you it's done. And, beating feet to E. And then we have Captain Caesar and the Schlieffen saying, maybe this time I won't get overwhelmed and killed. In the Schlieffen. We shall find out. Reminds me of the movie Bridge of Spies.
Yes.
The way the Soviets treated the East Germans. Like, you, get over there in the corner.
Interesting team deployments here, Zath, and I'm afraid we might see Mad Dog get punched out early again here. Nanase's lit on the surface, very clearly. Now Rin is as well. They know there's a destroyer. Mad Dog already bailing out. Good for him. Has to be praying they don't push the radar button quite yet. Petro does. There's Nanase. Oh, I figured Mad Dog would go get some hard cover. He doesn't. He flips back the other way. That's going to cost him some HP. Could be big HP as the Kremlin salvo falls in. But nothing doing.
Like, come on, start coughing.
Yeah. 5 more seconds here. Few more shells. And Mad Dog will have managed to escape with his life. But just like that, ELSR grabs E on the back of the Delny speed and B on the back of the Shimakaze speed boost. And here we are.
Ah. I gotta say, I kind of like this idea of trying to put a little bit of flexibility into the wall stalling, but at the same time, when you try to do that, you might end up breaking in other places, as Quincy has to slow down, turn in, and dodge a lot of incoming shells.
Well, not only when he does that, he affects Ayase's maneuvering as well.
Yep.
Whole lot of shells out here looking for Quincy right now. As close as Ayase is, with both of them running unique, I'd almost say
Just to
pop a
use the
smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why not? But Quincy's declining for the moment. Not interested. Is finally dark again. This game's starting off much more evenly in terms of health, right? Not a huge gap. Only, 15, 20,000 HP at the start. Maybe not even that at the beginning of the game. I'm very curious. Frice is set up over here on the 10 line to receive a push that is not going to come, I don't think. They might go ahead and shove Caesar up the 10 line, maybe?
Yeah, I always like when teams do that. They both set up for a kite, and then, like, neither team pushes, and just like, all right, when is somebody doing something? Now, I don't understand this. Ayase is next to Quincy, but Quincy's making Inky, and Ayase isn't in the Inky, so this is a huge miscommunication, in my opinion. No reason should Ayase be taking this kind of damage. And now Quincy shoots as the smoke expires, and is now spotted. Why bother?
Yeah. Peyton takes one torpedo on the nose there. As Quincy is lit, dumping SAP back on Vifire. Elgar shells falling in on Perseus. Everybody shooting everybody, Zath. Now, I will say, if I'm hungry as Petro, the double Venezia has me a little nervous, right? Because few things hurt the Russian fancy heavy cruisers faster than SAP plunging through their deck.
Yep. That's absolutely why those two were brought. Watch these sap shelves coming in as Hungria. Well, keep watching. At some point, they'll do something.
Anawe and Triarch grabbing D to put even more pressure on Resin, as now they're shoving Perseus and Rin into C. Resin very shortly going to be way upside down on points gains. Doesn't feel like they have a good plan of how to get back into this game right now, Zach.
It's wild. It's always wild to see a Kremlin just on walkabout. Mad Dog detected.
Around in the cap like no big deal. Oh yeah, he's good on radar. Once they saw the smoke, they knew to pull up somebody's radar. He survived it.
2 minutes and 49 seconds.
See my point? So now, if you're Resin, you are in deep doo-doo. You have less than 3 minutes to figure something out.
You saw in deep doo-doo now.
And if they're not careful, Perseus is going to drive right through this gap, right up on Fava's stern, and blow him out of the game.
That would be fun to watch.
Well,
Eva taking Torps.
It would be entertaining for the viewers, I suppose.
Yes, and that's why we're here, right? For you, the viewer.
Well, that's reasonable. They brought Frice down closer to the E cap. He's going to probably settle his way in here. I don't like this Montana position, Zath. I'm not sure what they were doing putting K-Bomb this far out.
They were expecting a push to come from the other side of the map.
He's able to dunk Kanawi there, which I do like. It doesn't feel impactful, let's say.
Yeah.
Fava's about to discover Perseus in a place where he really doesn't want to have Perseus.
Kremlin up the stern.
Yeah.
It's a lot of HP coming your way. Time to start moving forward. And there he goes.
I mean, you may as well get up here and take the Ram and trade with Tenchi.
Oh,
like anything's better than getting Kremlin here.
If I'm Tenchi, I'm not moving forward here. I'm reversing. I don't know why he's moving forward.
Frice grabs E. Fava trying to run and get something useful out of his hull before Perseus ends his life.
Why is
But here
Triarch
comes the
sitting here
salvo
getting...
that should end his life and
Nope.
doesn't. Tenshi
Don't
not
get-
able to do it either. He's not going to survive to get there. He's going to burn out. He's going to die within sight of it. Eagle Lance now in a bit of a desperation play, but I love it. Into B here. They caught a glimpse of Luger, got some more shells on him, but nothing doing. A whole bunch of torpedoes going down range for Quincy and Ayase, who were now down in the corner of the map.
Yeah, he went to 110% on the reactor, didn't he?
Seems like it.
See, I can do this.
Indeed. C's are now in a point blank, well, more or less point blank duel with
Look at
K-Bomb's
Rin.
Montana.
Rin and Wi-Fi are probably going to ram it out here.
Yeah, they're going to touch tips here, I think. Yep. Take the trade. Bad trade for Resin, but here we are.
Terrible trade for Resin, yeah.
A-Bomb, I don't think, can sustain this. But Frice, not really in a position to help without getting torped, probably. A-Bomb stationary, finally reversing while these torps come in. 70 seconds now to an ELSR win here in Game 3.
The enemy is about to win.
Yeah, I don't see a way for Resin back into this game.
I mean, it would require a fairly epic failure on ELSR's part. This could occur, but you certainly can't bank on it.
No.
Eagle, Lance, and Luger now spotting each other. Once again, big SAP salvos coming in on Eagle.
And there goes K-Bomb.
There goes the Montana, and that's the game. It feels like Zap Resin fell behind, and then it just I don't think they really had a good idea of what to do.
Yeah.
You know, the only kill they got was Rin, and that was basically a ram. Like they just traded. Other than that, they kind of got smashed around. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that one.
I don't either.
Well,
Fascinating game. Here we are, full count.
We're gonna get full count. We're gonna get max games out of this series.
Woo! X Games.
All tied up at 2 as we head to the rubber game here. Let's go back to the training room for a moment and wait for Game 5 on Trap, Zath. Can you believe this? After 4 days of play, the whole thing comes down to a match on Trap.
You got it.
This is
The
gonna be
memes will
wild.
write themselves on this game. I have.
It probably will. All right. Well, this is 100% undeniably
The last game.
the last game of the day. There can be nothing after this.
I'm gonna run to the restroom for a
Go for it.
moment.
You've got it. You've probably got at least 2 minutes, but I gotta say, don't dawdle because these guys are in a big friggin' rush to get out of here. I think somebody's got dinner reservations or something. Ooh, well, I would not have called this at the start of the day. I knew these two teams were going to be fairly evenly matched off. I wouldn't have called that we'd end the day on Trap. That I think is what surprises me more than anything. I was like, when this came down to Trap versus Warriors Path, I was like, you know what? These guys are bound to have some kind of, you know, they're gonna surely they're gonna go for the safe map pick on Warriors Path. Everybody's played Warriors Path for years. They know the map, they know what to do, they know the islands, but no. we're going to end the game on what is in the series on what is arguably one of the most chaotic maps we possibly could. A map with a configuration unlike anything else in the entire tournament.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to this, but the chaos is going to be hard to keep up with, I fear. Oof. Oh, okay, that's right. I'm waiting to catch the ad roll when it actually catches up on stream over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same on my side. I had one cooking, but they're writing up and they're gonna go.
They are not going to wait. We're going to go back and finish this up here within just a moment.
Which is fine. My wife will be happy.
Yep.
She's worried that we're gonna.
Oh
run
no,
late.
I'm fine. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for dinner. I'm hungry.
Like, but the pizza's in the oven. Like, yeah, let it sit.
No, it's perfect timing. Honestly, if it's in the oven now, that's ideal. But this is going to work out. I'm just going to have to keep an eye out and hit the ad roll button while we're in the middle of doing team lineups. Oh my goodness, what is okay? Well, this is going to be interesting, kids.
Yep.
All right, Sath, it's game 4. It's the final game, the most important one of the series. Talk to me about Resin's lineup.
Game 4, full count. Resin bringing Eagle Lance in a Shimakaze full torpedo. Mad Dog in a Shimakaze full torpedo as well, both 12s. Mad Dog is a destroyer prodigy and loves Shimakaze, by the way. Forced to Watch, Petropavlovsk, range and utility.
And IFG.
Yeah, IFG, yeah. Frice with range and radiolocation. Fiva G with range and utility. And IFG. Bifire and Cerberus now. Interesting decision. Hungaria in Petro with range and IFHE again. Hayden the Rock Hider in Kremlin, usual build. K-Bomb in Colombo with unique upgrade. Usual battleship stuffs and fixins and things. What do you got for ELSR, Raptor?
Well, with their French destroyers taken away, ELSR has opted to go Speedy Boy Soviet destroyer, going double Delny here. We've got Triarch, RPF, and a fairly gun reload, and Quincy doing almost basically the exact same build. Off to their left, Luger's Shimakaze, basically a very, very similar build to what we saw on Eagle Lance. Those two guys have been bouncing off each other almost the entire series. And then backing up Luger, Nanase's Venezia, unique upgrade and range, just like we saw last game. Rin now in a Venezia, very similar build, unique upgrade and range. He's also got the shell changing skill and the spotter plane skill. We're gonna need to see. Our third Venezia of the match. If you'd have told me this, I would have called you a liar. Also unique upgrade and range and top grade gunner. Stalingrad here in the middle. Tenshi's Stalingrad gonna hang out near B as Triarch's gonna pick that cap up very quickly. In the back, we have Brick. For the first time, we're seeing Perseus in a Brick. This is USS Vermont. And then headed all the way up the 9 line, all by his poor lonesome self, is Caesar's Schlieffen. Probably not going to see many shots out of him for a while. I'm betting his job is to cap D and then get the hell out.
And be dark doing it on the way.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Quincy caught some shells there, it looks like, but they're putting a whole bunch of pain in on Hungaria as well. All of the SAP shells falling in.
There we go. Now
chunks,
they're starting to hit.
Yep, large chunks of his health evaporating. So this is kind of the anti-Russian cruiser build, lineup, I would say, from ELSR, right?
Yes.
You take all of the SAP and you just slap these guys right through their deck armor.
If you think about it, on this map, you know where 2 of the Soviet cruisers will be. Just guaranteed, you know one of them is going to be on the opposite side. So you might as well take ships that will farm that out quickly. Smart. I like it.
Well, and I think the plan was to do this last game. They didn't have quite the success they wanted with only 2 Venezias, and so now here they are like, well, what's better than 2 Venezias? 3 Venezias. Let's go.
Yep.
E-Bomb taking some punishment early, but not nearly as big as a punishment as he took in his Vermont earlier.
Yep. Now, Eagle Lance was spotted for a moment, forced to make Inky. He's just got to run away, as Luger and the Shimakaze is probably looking to just keep running him down.
Now, one
Torpedo-
interesting thing about Venezia, no hydro.
Yeah, yep. Brilliant dodge by Nanase. Rin, not so lucky.
Rin's going to take
Nope.
one. No,
Rin very lucky.
scrapes the hull.
Rin even
Scrapes
luckier.
the paint off the hull. Mhm.
Yes, it bounces off the hull just like in the video. Ugh.
Fire, some shells coming in. Nothing major there, though.
Yeah, kind of funny to see that. And then he just kind of just smokes and says, I'll just chill here for a little bit. And maybe I'll start crawling around a little bit.
Well, nobody capping A right now because Eagle Lance is inside the boundaries of the cap circle. Again,
about to be
bouncing
pushed
off
out.
of bouncing off of Luger's detection bubble there. Both Shimas spotting each other as the SAP comes in for Eagle,
Watch
and
K-bomb
more
salvo.
SAP goes out for Luger.
Ooh.
Solid, not
Yeah.
catastrophic, but good hits.
Yep, nothing hitting Eagle though. That's wild.
As now Peyton and Fava pushing straight into B, daring ELSR to do something about it.
Yeah, we got all these Venezias together, and there's Hungary taking some more hits.
This
Hungary
map
is at
still feels
10K.
like this map just feels like a bag of rabid squirrels to me, Zath. It's just total friggin' chaos. It's the Wild West.
Kind of get the feeling that was the point.
Maybe. All right, double Delny's now climbing into the B cap with Kremlin and Petro. This might go well. This might go badly. Quincy and Triarch maybe with an opportunity here to knock two big high-value targets off the board. Looks like they're going to focus on the Petro.
Tenchi taking this opportunity to turn out and south before Peyton really gets a good shot on him.
Nope, changing their opinion now. Hydro
splitting.
down, no radar. They have no idea this is about to happen. No warning. I mean, they know somebody's in the cap, but they don't know they're being charged.
That's correct.
Triarch,
Now they do.
Triarch, yep, Triarch spotted now.
Viva's turrets were turning the wrong way. He doesn't have an answer to Triarch's
I
Delny.
don't even think he had HE in the barrel. He's got the stern turret in, but the bow turrets can't quite keep up. Fava's dead.
Wow, and he kept the other torpedo salvo for Peyton.
Yes, he didn't need both salvos.
Hitting by the torpedo these days.
Peyton is absolutely 100% a dead man here.
There it is. And the two
Wow.
Delnys survive.
The experience.
That is a clip moment, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen.
This
Wow.
just goes back to what we were talking about, right? About ELSR and their destroyer usage earlier in the day, right? They're just, these wolf packs are just so impactful and so devastating. Now, that's not to say that Resin can't come back from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they just lost two high value targets right in the middle of the map and basically got nothing out of them.
And it was a real thing of beauty watching them, too, going into B, and then just one of them curving off almost like it was planned.
Yep, which it was, more or less.
Brick. Brick going into
Yes.
B.
Brick in the middle. Brick speaks and Forced to Watch says, ow. I'm not even sure ramming Brick will get Brick off the board, Zath.
Yeah, well. I have a
Tenshi's trying to help.
Feeling that Forced to Watch is going to be forced to use that final torpedo.
He pretty much has no choice here. He's trying to take Tenshi with him. He's not going to. He didn't. He shorted the salvo. I mean, he overled the salvo. Let's see if he can take Brick with him.
Kiss. No.
He can't. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough momentum to kill Brick.
It doesn't even move Brick. Brick just
Nope.
sits there.
He bounced off of Brick. Quite literally, just bounced off of Brick.
Well, Brick take B.
Yes. Brick smash B cap. Bryce in a solo duel against Caesar over here on the 10 line.
Yep. Just
It's gotta
looking
feel
at
bad.
It does feel bad. It's not a solo duel. I mean, Mad
mean-
Dog is kind of helping.
There's only so much that Mad Dog can do, right? And the Hydro, which is still cooking for a little bit longer, makes it difficult for Mad Dog to contribute. Not impossible, just difficult.
Yep.
But the action is really going to be now the Resin team trapped on the 1-2 line, basically pinned in now by the guys in the middle of the board.
Brick speaks again.
Brick speaks again and dunks on the Columbo, and this is basically all over but the crying.
You know, where is 89, 42, or 52?
I don't know. It's a good question. We haven't seen him in this match or this series or all day.
The tournament, I don't know. I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Perseus. Who knows? People love changing their
Could
names.
be. People do like changing their names. Well, 100% MVPs of this game, Zath, Quincy and Triarch, right? Taking the Delnies into the middle of the board and sensing opportunity, seeing it coming, and smashing them. Fryce does win his duel, finally.
Yes,
at long
thanks to
last.
Mad Dog Shimakaze Torpedo.
Thanks to Shimakaze pitching in. Fryce survives, but in the end, it will absolutely 100% not be enough.
You know, in the spirit of ELSR, I think that I will name that clip "Prepare for Trouble" and make it double.
I like it. I like where your head's at. Radar coming up on Cerberus. Should be time for Brick to smash. Stalingrad will try to smash. Stalingrad smash.
Well,
Brick will try to smash.
If I remember right, Stalingrad points.
Brick would have smashed, but Venezia smashed first.
Brick smash dead hull.
Yes.
Brick extra smash.
Hungria has torpedoes coming in from astern. Can he dodge this one? He can't. Right as it ran out of range.
What a thing of beauty.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, ELSR will once again be your Kings of the Sea here on North America. They'll go into the international finals as the top seed from NA. If memory serves, the international usually takes the top 3 teams. So we'll see RESIN again, and they certainly didn't look bad in this series by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all. And, I mean, I gotta say, cool, because this is a reverse sweep, complete reverse sweep. Like, coming down
100%.
through the loser's bracket and everything like that. And Luger...
Chad is just about to see the good part in B here on they're 5 minutes behind, of course.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm going to type clip this, please.
Yeah.
Anyway. And yeah, everybody catches up to Eagle Lance, who makes Inky. Oh, come on, Eagle.
Which will do absolutely nothing. Come
That's
on.
what I mean. Oh, good. Okay.
Come on.
Perseus stops. Brick reverse.
Wait, Brick knows how to reverse? Brick has reverse engines?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Brick beach, brick reverse.
That's crazy. What I'm loving here is I think Mad Dog's got his speed boost on. I think he's going to try and torpedo Brick.
I know, and I think he's going to come out right in front of Brick.
He is. I think they want revenge on Brick.
Yes, well, Brick gets first blood. First try.
Brick is trying to cover his torpedo launchers, succeeds. But now Stalingrad will shoot Brick. We'll shoot to Sima. Sorry, didn't shoot Brick. Oh no!
Mad Dog smokes. Come on,
what are you
Mad
doing?
Dog.
What is this?
Come on.
What is happening right now? One of his torpedo launchers got reset. Okay. All right. He's launching 2 at the Stalin.
They're still trying to win.
Stalin. I mean, they aren't going to win.
Crazy
they
fool thinks he can win.
Crazy fool. They are going to kill Hanawi. I mean, it's going to feel good. I guess they're going to get a, not a pitadel, but a pity kill.
Rick looking at Fryce.
That's not a comfortable place to breathe if you're Fryce. You don't want Brick looking at you.
Now, if I'm Mad Dog and I see Brick is looking at Fryce, I might just come out right now, because this is your chance. But there is a Venezia in the back.
These Venezias have to be just salivating at the chance to dunk on a Russian cruiser. But this salvo from Ayase is over lead.
Yep.
What is Rin doing? Why is Rin going to A1? This is very odd. This is a very odd game right now.
Because they win on points, Raptor.
Well,
Actually,
fair. Probably.
believe it or not, RESIN still could have made something work if they killed Brick, but they won't kill Brick.
Well, and Mad Dog may still be able to kill Brick. He's just got to get his torpedoes to reload. Although his smoke is expiring, he needs to move, or he's going to get spotted.
That's why he's been sitting there.
Yeah. The problem is he's going to get spotted in a minute. There he goes. His torpedoes in the water. Smoke not ready. They can't save Frice. When Frice dies, the game should end. Frice will be dead
Brick.
the next time somebody hits him.
Brick.
There it goes.
The enemy is about to win.
Okay. 30 seconds now. Brick's going to take some torps, but it's not going to be enough to kill him. Nope. Nope.
He takes a ram, 3 Shimakaze torpedoes.
That Brick shrugged off a Petropavlovsk and 3 long lances and is just like, what else you got?
Keep sending torpedoes my way, please. Oh, goodness.
Nom, 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 nom. Well, GG to both teams. But there's the ELSR with the win right there.
And the
Oh,
broken
my
hull
goodness.
of the Petro, I think, tells the story.
Tells
It
the story.
settles on
It
the
definitely
sandbar.
does. I gotta say, Zath, when I saw Triple Venezia, I had concerns about the lineup that RESIN had chosen. Interestingly enough, those concerns were not borne out on the back of the Venezia, but in fact on the backs of the Delnies.
I mean, I commented earlier, I think in this series, how we haven't really seen much unique upgrade Venezias, and I almost wonder if they heard me and they're like, all right, Zath, we're going to do this just for you. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
I'm kidding, of course.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ELSR, your Kings of the Sea here on North America for King of the Sea 17. Thank you for watching. Congrats to them. They looked really, really good. That was that was fun today. I had a good time.